in Judah, GMS Mississippi camp, and I'm back. Basically, I went and got another phone. My other phone, um, I'm not exactly sure how it's gonna play out because when I checked on YouTube, it looked like the other live stream was still filming, but really my battery died. All right, but really my battery died, so I'm just gonna go, man. I'm just gonna see how it play out. But basically, what I was saying was that um, what I was saying was the metropolitan areas was something Apostle Ramlab always goes into. It was designed for women, and if you think about it, it has a heavy feminine energy because a woman's spirit is naturally liberal, all right? Because it's not restricted. Men are more conservative by nature, and women are more liberal. So a woman's spirit is naturally liberal, and what happens is the city is a very feminine, centralized place. It's made for women. That's why you could go to a tire lube express, because generally women don't do those simple mechanical things with their cars. You know, it is made for high class convenience, ultimate convenience. But what the metropolitan area produced in men was metrosexuality. Now, metrosexual doesn't mean homosexual, but it's post-industrial age. It's a post-industrial age fashion. So before the metrosexual area time happened, you get the industrialized age where most men were like industrial, you know, blue collar. You know, they was just naturally in their masculine frame because of the work that most men did and just the nature of a man. But then when times became more advanced, for lack of better words, a lot of men became metrosexuals. And if you look at a lot of shaving commercials, they got a lot of shaving commercials. They had a lot of hair kit products. Even when I was in my teens, I had them S curls and stuff, man. My early teens. Okay, that's basically chemicals in our head, right? But even if you look at rappers, most rappers are metrosexuals. All they do is talk about their clothing. Now you can have nice clothes, but like that's your pride and that's your glory. No, now you're in your feminine. All right. Now you're in your feminine. All right. And I'm actually headed back to the park. But I'm saying all that to say, we got to show ourselves men. And pray to Yahawah Shema Shai, get you out there, that spirit of, if I look like this, women not going to like me. No, you groom your beard, because that's part of our culture. You groom your beard. You don't want little bubble gum stains and little breadcrumbs in your beard, man, every day. But you got to, you grow your beard, man. All right? Because if you don't, then you're basically non-verbally telling the Most High that I have another God before you. I have another God that has requirements from me to keep that God satisfied. And that God is either the so-called white man, E, or JD, Jeffrey Dahmer, that's his other name, all right, that we gave him. But either the Esau Edom, the fashion of this world, or it's Eve, man. It was one of my coworkers. She was a woman, right? Married woman. I think they was talking about my beard. She was like, I don't let my husband grow his facial hair like that. I'm like, damn, you don't let your husband, like you own him, like you have to give her permission. And she's like, I don't let my husband grow his beard like that. Like, what the hell? Like, Jake has no backbone, man. 2/3 are through, man. And Jake probably cool, and I don't know her husband. Jake, probably cool with her, but I'm like, damn, Jake, like shit, man. But the reason why that happens, because Jake is not in most Jakes are not conservative Christians. So at least with conservative Christianity, there was that traditional structure. Like you watch Menace to Society, I think that was his granddad and his grandma house that Cain stayed in. They were so-called conservative Christians. At least they had that little traditional structure. You see? They had that traditional structure where the man was still the man, and the woman was like wearing the dress and submissive. But modern Jake, it's just they woman run them, man. they go to church, but the woman holding his hand going to church, man, leading him to church, man. You know? But the 1/3, hey man, we coming out of that Queen of Heaven vibration. You know? We coming out of that Queen of Heaven vibration, man. Alright? So, like I said, the metropolitan age dynamic, it spun metrosexuality in men. And it's really heavy in the urban communities, if you think about it. Because what was high school for a lot of us? It was a fashion show. And Jake could tell you, like, high school is basically a fashion show. It's a fucking fashion show. But you as a man, how would that benefit you in life? All those clothes that you invested in, that I invested in, I don't know what those clothes are. I didn't gain about 40 pounds since I've been in high school. I can't fit those clothing. And if I fit them clothing, they're irrelevant anyway. You see? We put so much energy, it's a vanity, man. All right? That's why the scripture says the men are gonna be lovers of their own selves. Now you just take pictures of yourself and put it on social media. Look at my outfit. You know? But if you did that, you're not going off. But just the whole mindset behind it, it's you know, it's like, what else are you doing, you know? And like, really, that's a female thing. Females, they are addicted to attention. All right? But you shouldn't care about that shit, man. Like I said, you should look presentable. And if you're a man that's high maintenance, or you know, you have dignity in your attire, hey man, nobody knocking that. But that weak spirit of, I have no confidence unless, you know, I got a hairline, like, nah, man. I gotta slick, you know, line my beard up. Like, nah, let me get out this car, you know? Get this car, man. And the water for being patient. The water for being patient, man. You brothers and sisters. But yeah, man, come on, man. Now, I have passion when I speak, because I'm actually thinking of accounts when brothers met a hot thing and now they ain't coming to count, man. You know? Let me get the camera back off. Let's get some nature, man. Let's get some nature. Brothers ain't coming to count, man. All right? Like, what? And he knew her 2 months. And now he not coming to link up with brothers on some important stuff. You know? Like I said, we don't have to go out, hey, let's go out and get pizza. You know? That's not really mandatory, you know? But what we do have traditionally is, usually at the camp, brothers might get something to eat, you know? But just doing it just all week, you know, that's not really mandatory. That wasn't, you know, for brothers who did that, like, it was, you know, you ain't hanging with the brothers all week, something wrong with you. We ain't talking about doing lessons. But if you're just not with the brothers all week, you know, like, nah, we not in that spirit either. You know, we have a life. We have things we have to do in the world, you know. But nonetheless, we have to show ourselves men. All right? Like I said, nobody's here to tell you how to deal with a woman and can be consultants and, hey brother, this is how you deal with your woman. I don't want to know how your woman look, man. I don't want to have nothing to do with your woman. You know? If you happy, I'm happy. And peace to both of you. But if you're not coming to camp because of a woman, you're not doing videos because of a woman, you're not doing mandatory, you're not doing those camp live streams where brothers get together and do live streams as mandatory because of a woman, shame on you. Is that woman gonna save you from the missiles? Is she gonna bust you through the she gonna help you escape through the concentration camps, man? There's a payoff for taking losses in this truth, man. There's a payoff, man. All right? And you understand that a lot of those women, they're just part of a simulation, especially women you just met, and all of a sudden, you just met her 2 weeks ago, but let her tell it, you just did the most exciting, special thing. It's like she moves just real. A lot of times it'd be a little integrity test, man. It's like a little agent from Satan, man. You might be special in the eyes of the Most High, but you ain't that special, man. This a lot of times that's an infatuation phase. But like I said, same you trying to run, you gotta keep your antennas up. Not saying that every time you can't trust a woman when she does that, when everything happened just too fast and too quick, a lot of times that could be something spiritual, man. Say trying to see if he could get you too excited to go out and teach, man. Or get you too excited to do videos and put the word down and run off somewhere with her. All right? That's what I learned in my life. know? Especially if you actually been with a woman and you experience dealing with a woman over an extended period of time, then you know somebody coming at you too fast, it's like, whoa, what's your motive? Slow down. You know what I mean? But you know, I can't speak for everybody's situation, you know. It's not wise to try to act like you know everything about you know. But the point is, remember this and show yourselves men. And how does that manifest? Because we read that scripture, but how does that play out in real time? It plays out in real time because you put this before everything else, you know. And it's gonna come with fleshly losses. You might have relatives that don't want to deal with you like that, but as long as it's in Yahawah, that's a blessing. And it tells you, I believe that's Matthew 19:27, that you know he that forsaken houses, wives, mothers, sisters, lands for my name's sake shall receive 100-fold in the kingdom. And we're damn close to the kingdom, man. Okay? So we're not here to say anything negative or nothing bad about your woman or even women in general. It's just that they have a place. And that's something that your woman will have to learn to live with. In the modern world, she was conditioned off the modern world. Let me get this scripture right quick. Strive for the masteries 144, Mark 4:19. And the cares of this world and the deceitfulness of riches and the lust of other things entering in choke the word and it becoming unfruitful. You see? So you can't let the cares of this world, the lust of the flesh, deceitful riches choke you out. You've had men who were overly obsessed with the concept of being rich, and the Most High never gave it to them. Because for one, it tells you that you basically, in James, that you act based upon your lust. If you pursue something based on your lust, a lot of times if you're a man of Yahawah, you're not gonna get that shit, man. Because you want it out of season. And you want it so much that you're not understanding that your spirit is being choked out. And now the Most High is like, I'm not gonna get this man this. This is all he gonna be overly consumed in it. He gonna forget about me. He gonna forget about his power. So a lot of times the things that you want, either you gotta wait to the kingdom, or the Most High gotta detoxify you from the world and detox you from that lust of it, so he could give it to you in your proper context. Because the Most High wants you to have a woman. There's nothing wrong with having a woman. But if you just overly consumed with the concept of women to the point where it's just moving your morals and integrity, and you flirting with looking like you don't have a beard, or you just doing weird stuff on the internet for women, nah, there's gonna always be resistance because it's spiritual. But the moment you just tap in, man, and just be your best version, that's another thing. Be your best version, you know? Push yourself to stay physically fit, not for women, but for yourself. Push yourself to be physically fit. Carry yourself with some type of decency, you know? You exude some type of self-respect about yourself. The Most High send a woman your way, but he don't want you to invest your whole life and like put all your energies about getting a woman, man. Or you in this job and you can't, you know, Esau wants you to work past teaching, and let's put another guy before him, man. Let's put another guy before the Most High. You see? But we all learning. We all here to learn. But if that's one thing you don't do, is you don't put anything before this truth, even your mom, man. Your relationship with your mom might be different when you come into this truth. Your relationship with your father might be different, man. But that's part of your story. You know? That's part of your story. And one thing I've learned about family, they have a hard time letting you go. They have a hard time accepting you as a man and accepting that you got your own path, because they still see you as a boy, you know? But you have to show yourselves men. But I would like to think that it's time to draw this live stream to a closing. I do hope you brothers and sisters were edified. Let me check the live chat one more time. But like I said, I hope you brothers and sisters were edified. The water for being patient throughout the technical difficulties. And with that, I want to give all honor and glory to Yahawah by Shema Shai by Shem Kodash. The honor to our elder apostles and elder bishops of Great Millstone who rule well. Peace and blessings, health and wealth, and house of everything elect. Shalom.